Once upon a time, there was a prince who longed to marry a princess, but not just any princess. He desired a true princess. So he traveled the world in search of the one who could become his bride. He met many princesses, but each time a doubt lingered. Something about them always seemed suspicious, and he could never be certain that he had found a true princess. After many efforts and countless encounters, the prince returned home, alone and with a heavy heart. He was desperate, for he wishes more than anything to discover the true princess of his dreams. One stormy night, as the rain pounded against the windows and lightning lit up the sky, someone knocked at the castle door. The old king hurried to open it, and there, in front of him, stood a young woman. But, oh my, what a sight she was! Rain dripped from her hair, her clothes were soaked and dirty, and her shoes were filled with water. Yet, despite her miserable appearance, she claimed to be a true princess. "We shall soon find out," thought the old queen mischievously. She let the young woman in without a word and discreetly made her way to the bedroom. There, she removed all the bedding from the bed, leaving only a single pea at the bottom of the mattress. Then, she piled 20 mattresses on top of the pea and another 20 feathers on top of the mattresses. This was the bed prepared for the princess. The next morning, the queen eagerly asked the young woman how she had slept. "Alas, it was terrible," the princess replied. "I barely closed my eyes all night. God knows what was in that bed, but I was lying on something so hard that I have bruises all over. It was dreadful." Hearing these words, everyone knew that she was a true princess, for only skin as delicate as hers could feel a pea through 20 mattresses and 20 feathers. The prince, convinced that he had finally found a real princess, married her without delay. As for the pea, it was carefully preserved in the royal museum, where it remains on display, unless someone has stolen it. And so, the story I have just told you is as true as the princess herself.